Hello subscribers, here's another figure review, and it's one of my new figures I just obtained, and it's my most anticipated Safari Limited 2018 figure, also my favorite out of all of them, and it is the new Safari Limited 2018 Ankylosaurus figure. Now, this is just an awesome figure right here. Like I said, it is my favorite of the 2018 lineup. I've been always waiting for a good Ankylosaurus figure, since I was never able to get a hold of the Carnegie one. And this is probably like the best one on the market. It's a huge improvement over the Carnegie one. Now, I got this from Safari Limited's eBay, and since Safari Limited is in Miami and I live in Orlando, and the delivery only took 2 days. And I also have another figure on the way, which is the Safari Limited 2018 Dimetrodon, which should be coming by the end of this week or sometime next week, but I'm hoping it comes by the end of this week, because I got that Dimetrodon from a different seller. I really don't know why, maybe because it was a lower price. But here we have the new Ankylosaurus. Now, of course, telling by the detail and the sculpt, you can tell this was sculpted by Doug Watson, who sculpted most of the mammals and dinosaurs from this lineup. We don't really need to go over the detail on Doug Watson's figures, because the detailing on here is fantastic. See, it's all over the body from that head sculpt. See, even all the tiny scales up here, all the way down to the tail. And it is a gold color. I think gold is a really nice color for this figure, even though it most likely wouldn't have been this color in real life, but it still looks good. See, the armor right here is black, and then there's no shading, there's no airbrushing, it just goes to the light gold. And then all the armor plating right here, all the scutes, osteoderms, are like a chocolate color. And see, he's got armor on his neck and 4 head spikes to prevent T-Rex from clamping down on his skull. See, the pose, he's most likely in a walking pose, or a pose trying to defend himself from T-Rex or Dakota Raptor. But if you get too close to his tail, then you probably have a broken leg, because I don't think no one will want to mess with Ankylosaurus because of this tail. Its tail was probably stiff. I don't think it was flexible. And I'm not sure if I'm right or not, but I think the tail on the Carnegie figure was a little too long. I think this was more of a correct size. And it isn't curled either. It's straight and stiff like dinosaur tails. See the tail club right here? It's very accurate. So is the skull of Ankylosaurus. Paleontologists have found a good preserved Ankylosaurus skulls, and this figure represents it accurately. See, he also has an armored head too. And this figure is around 140-135 scale, I believe. And it is in scale with the Safari Feather T-Rex from last year, and also the Triceratops. And coincidence, they're all from the Hell Creek Formation, Montana, in the late Cretaceous. This Ankylosaurus, the new Triceratops, the new Anzu, and the T-Rex from last year. And the T-Rex, Ankylosaurus, Triceratops are on scale, but the Anzu isn't. The Anzu is a little too big, but if it was a 135 scale, then that figure would have been a little too small. And I said this is a pretty big figure, like 7.5, 8 inches long. Make it so it's probably like suitable for a 135, 140 scale for this individual. And unlike the Carnegie one, which was somewhat thin, this one is a little more accurate as it's more wider and more robust than the Carnegie version. And because of the detail, this one looks a lot more realistic. But being the Ankylosaurus was released like back in the old days, the lack of detailing can be excusable for that. So let's start with the comparisons. Start with the most obvious first. Safari Limited 2017 Feathered Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I actually managed to fix the balancing issues on this finally. And see, they are in scale with one another. And I don't have the Triceratops yet. That's probably the figure I'm going to get next. Or the Malawisaurus. And here's the little man that comes with the deluxe collective figures. See, these are probably 135, 140 scale. So yeah, this is probably very accurate sizing to a 1.8 meter tall man You see how big these animals were. In the fantastic detailing on these figures, along with their naturalistic paint jobs, they are very compatible with each other. And next up, I don't have much to compare it to, so the last comparison will be Safari's 2018 Regloceratops. And then again, they are compatible because they're both highly detailed and have natural paint jobs. But I think the paint job on here looks a little better. It's very unique. This one is just black and gold, just classic colors, but still looks really good. But I still like this Ankylosaurus figure more, but this is still a really good Regloceratops figure. And Regloceratops was like roughly 16 feet. Ankylosaurus on average was on like 6 meters, like 20, 23 feet, 26. So I guess these two size up nicely, and they're well in scale with one another. And I think the Regloceratops should be a little bit smaller, but I still think this is pretty accurate sizing. And so that is it for this review. If I had to give this awesome figure a rating, it'd probably be a solid 10 out of 10 for the best Ankylosaurus figure ever, in my opinion. And I'm not sure. Okay, so the next review will be the Safari 2018 Dimension, which, like I said, hopefully will come by the end of this week. And the next figure I'll probably be getting will either be one of the new 2018 Safari models, most likely the Triceratops, and then also either that Triceratops or the Schleich Conquering the Earth 2017 Carnotaurus figure. So I hope you guys like this review. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review.